Hey mates, greetings! Welcome aboard the VHS pirate ship and welcome to today's show. I'm waiting on Little Creep. He's late. I don't know where he is.
Here I am! Hello everyone, greetings! Hello Captain Adam!
Hey Little Creep, what are you up to?
I was perusing your VHS collection for a home fitness video. I didn't find any, surprisingly enough.
Hey, nice outfit.
Oh, thank you. It's fashionable and functional, you know.
What are you doing?
Well, I have my high school reunion coming up, and I wanted to look good for them. I wanted to impress them, so I'm trying to get in shape.
But your tiny skeleton, does that really matter? Can you even gain weight?
Oh, sure, to you I'm a tiny skeleton, but to my tiny skeleton peers, I'm a fat cow. It's just something I feel I gotta do.
Well, I guess there really is no better way to get in shape than with the workout VHS, in which there was tons of them.
Really? How many do you suppose there were?
I don't know. It'd be kind of hard to tell. Ooh, we could ask VC Arnold.
He does know everything.
He sure does. Hey, VC Arnold.
VC Arnold, activated. And to answer the stupid question, the number of home fitness VHS is almost immeasurable. Not only were there international releases, but also releases that were strictly in the continental United States, giving way to regional and sub-regional releases, making the actual figure of number of releases almost incalculable, but you could call the data, a lot. Home fitness video is truly a mega genre of VHS. What I'm trying to tell you is you cannot count the home fitness VHS. There's just too many. Well, how am I supposed to find the right one for me? Gosh.
Well, there were tons of them. One for everybody. So I'm sure there's one for you out there.
You know, come to think of it, it wouldn't be a bad idea to have an adventure about home fitness VHS.
That is a good idea. Hey, VC Arnold, do you think you could whip us up an episode real quick? Thanks. Okay, mates, it's time for our new adventure. Exorcising exercise videos.
I bet this is going to be way more interesting than it deserves to be.
That's true. I have no idea about this mega genre of VHS, so sit back, enjoy, and get your leg warmers on because it's time for today's adventure.
Yo ho ho! It's time for the show!
Yarr!
Yarr! Yes, exercise, something we could all use a little bit more of, unless, of course, you actually do this sort of thing, in which case, never mind. Oh, good for you. Exercise is good for you. It gets the body moving, it gets the blood flowing, it certainly works off that 30-pack of Paps you had this weekend. And by you, I mean me. Exercise and fitness are important. It keeps our bodies running properly, like well-oiled machines. It's good to stay active because a body at rest tends to stay at rest. You know, we've all heard that. Whether or not we actually know what it means, that's another question. Exercise is good. It requires us to stay active, and we need to stay active because no moss ever grew on a rolling stone. Cut. Do it again, for fuck's sakes. Exercise is good. It requires us to stay active because we need to stay active. No moss has ever grown on a rolling stone. Of course, in my mind, you should be more concerned with why the stones are rolling to begin with, but whatever. So anyways, yes, exercise and fitness are very good. And who exactly in their right mind would have thought that at one time, something that requires you to be active would be synonymous and paired with the epitome of inactivity. And that, of course, is the VHS tape. More so, the process and procedure of watching a VHS tape, which requires you to do pretty much nothing.
Pretty much nothing.
But oddly enough, it seemed to work very well, and this weird cohabitation of these two very different things would exist in only one physical body, and that is
the fitness video. Yes, something we all know about, grew up with, or at least saw the commercials for. I doubt very seriously any of us bought these things, and if you did, well, I'm sorry. I hope it worked out for you, but I'm guessing you only watched them once. But then again, maybe you didn't. Maybe you watched them a lot. Maybe you used them as a vessel to get in shape, which was their purpose. These things are extremely laughable now, and perhaps for all intents and purposes, they were back then as well. But scoff-worthy objects of a very strange concept or not, these things were very successful. These were major moneymakers, and once the trend took off, celebrities could not help but get involved. Seemingly one for every day of the week and every week in the year and every year in the decade, there are lots and lots of these things. It really is an incredible topic, and you can't talk about VHS without bringing these things up. So really, what was the first one? What was the origin? What was the genesis? When did these things begin? If you grew up in the 80s, you always knew about these things. They were just always there. But to many of us, they were just background noise, office furniture, and none of us would really know how important they actually were. Now, I know that sounds silly and a bit overdramatic, but the fitness video was a major contributing factor of the success of VHS. It totally was. It was truly an interactive home media experience, and a major market too. Hell, most video stores, if not all of them, had a section for fitness VHS. But many of us would simply glance over this section whilst running to the Nintendo game aisle.
Look, they got Last Ninja. I'm gonna rent this weekend.
They were big business. They were a big deal, and whether we gave a shit about them or not, they were huge. But how does something that became so gigantic begin? Who thought this was going to be a good idea, and what was the first fitness video? And what was the last one? And how expansive is the bridge in between? How big was the fitness VHS universe, and how many were there? Well, today, we're going to take a look at one of the biggest marketing works of genius in VHS history, and we're going to explore the wide world of the fitness VHS, from the benign to the bizarre, and all points in between. So get yourself an old priest and a young priest, because we're gonna have an exorcism. It's today's adventure, Exercise and Exercise videos. So, if you're still watching this video, you might be asking yourself, what have I gotten myself into? What is Captain Adam talking about now? He usually talks about old toy lines, or the Transformers the movie soundtrack, or monster movies, or horror movies.
Hey, I only watch YouTube videos that are about Italian horror movies, okay?
Why is he talking about fitness videos? Well, I'm sort of wondering that myself, but we all need to keep in mind that this channel is about nostalgia, VHS, and the history of. And one major thing that encapsulates all three of those things is the world of the fitness video. As I mentioned earlier, they are a huge part of VHS history and really helped the 2.5-decade-long success that home media medium enjoyed. So when it comes to fitness videos, you don't have to like them, you can laugh at them, but you really gotta respect them. And before we all start thinking that this video is gonna be boring because of the subject matter, well, let me assure you that the world of the fitness video is anything but. Hubba hubba. Like, for example, what on earth is this woman doing? And while we're at it, what on earth is Dolph Lundgren doing? And did Estelle Getty really have a workout video? And oh my god, apparently there is a workout video for humanoid poodle mutants. Not just any poodle mutants. Japanese humanoid poodle mutants. Yeah, fitness videos, though typically were mundane, could get downright bizarre. But let's not get our leotards in a twist. Before we get into all that, let's start at the beginning. So when did this very popular and sometimes disturbing trend begin? What was the first ever home fitness video? Well, it probably won't be any surprise to anyone, but it all starts with Jane Fonda. Yes, a name synonymous with home fitness for, some reason. Yeah, I mean, does anybody ever find it strange that this was even a thing? I mean,
why Jane Fonda? Well, I guess why not Jane Fonda? Well, apparently, in between her acting career and helping and sympathizing with the enemy by giving away U.S. troop locations during the Vietnam War, Jane Fonda devised a workout routine. And in 1981, this workout routine was published in book form with the release of Jane Fonda's workout book. And it was a top seller, especially in northern Vietnam, but it needed something else. It needed a new and exciting medium to deliver this craft to the world. And she found it in home video. And in 1982, the first ever home fitness video was unleashed upon the world. Well, in truth, I should say the first mainstream home fitness video, because in 1979, Vestron Video released Video Aerobics featuring Leslie Lillian, and nobody gave a shit. So anyways, Workout starring Jane Fonda was released on home video in 1982 by Carl Video, a subsidiary of RCA Home Video. And for some reason, it was released in Australia by Warner Home Video. I don't know. VHS distribution is so weird. This video would go on to be the first non-movie top-selling VHS. And this accolade was achieved during the early 80s when VHS retailed for over $100. Think about it, it was so popular that people weren't just simply renting this tape, they were buying it. And that was something that was just a bit unheard of back then, given the retail price points. This thing came out of nowhere and set the world on fire with fitness. It blindsided everyone. The popularity of this thing was unexpected. Now, technically, this video may not be the first home fitness video, but it took the world by storm by bringing the home fitness video concept into the limelight. And up to this point in time, home video was usually reserved for movies. And yet here comes a video that proves you could do more with it than just simply watch it, and it became the first interactive home media experience. Following this video's success, the new genre of home fitness video took off. Spread like herpes it did, and Jane Fonda would follow this up with many other workout videos. Okay, I'm done talking about Jane Fonda. I'm sure the Viet Cong appreciates it, but I'm done talking about her. Let's move on. The other major name in the game of home fitness video would have to be the one and only Richard Simmons, who of course is a celebrity who will be forever sewn into the velvety velour fabric of home fitness video. This guy goes hand in hand with it. You can't think about home fitness video without thinking about Richard Simmons. Now, if you're like me, then you grew up in an era where he was already there. He was ever present. And we didn't pay much attention to him, let alone heed any of his advice. But he was there. We knew about him. You couldn't really get away from him. And we were indifferent to him, rather okay with him. We didn't mind that he was there. He just sort of always was. So okay with him, in fact, that none of us really ever thought to ask, where did he come from and how did he get so famous? He's most famous and tied to home fitness VHS because of his Sweatin' to the Oldies series. But you'd be surprised to know that that didn't come out until 1988. But what did he do before that gave him such renown, such credibility when it came to home fitness video? Now, I'm not going to go into his biography, but I will say it all started with television. Now, you might be asking, how is that? What, did Richard Simmons have a show? Yes, he did, with The Richard Simmons Show, which aired from 1980 to 1984. Yeah, many of us know him from his home fitness videos, but this is where all that started, and the show was tremendously successful. Oh, hey, look, Elvira was on it. The show was a hit, and the next thing you know, Richard Simmons was all over pop culture. I mean, the guy was on Chips, for heaven's sakes. He has a chia pet. This guy is a big deal. This guy got famous basically because of his personality. He's charismatic, outgoing, very positive, enthusiastic. He can make you think you can do anything. And you know what? He's right. You can. Richard Simmons was, and for all intents and purposes, still is, a home fitness phenom. Though nowadays, he does seem to be morphing into Pauly Shore. He was a juggernaut. Not only was he everywhere in pop culture, he also had over 50 home fitness VHS releases. And 6 of those releases actually predate his Sweatin' to the Oldies series, in which he's so famous for. The other was Every Day with Richard Simmons, which was released in 1984 by Carl Video, the same distributor that released the Jane Fonda workout tape. And then there was The Stomach Formula, which was released in 1986, once again by Carl Home Video. And Richard Simmons and the Silver Foxes, which was also released in 86. Among others. I mean, the guy was a home fitness video phenom even before he was a home fitness video phenom, if that makes sense. But of course, Sweatin' to the Oldies is what really put him on the map. Now, any of these VHS are rather easy to find today. And are they expensive? Are they worth a lot of money? No, not really. Even the first Jane Fonda workout tape isn't really worth dick. Which really isn't all that surprising. Pieces of VHS history or not, there is sort of no collector's market for them. And the same is true for many other home fitness VHS, in which there were many other ones of. Yeah, this was a big trend, so they made shit tons of them, which is why home fitness VHS is one of the more commonly found thrift store finds, right alongside Titanic and Jerry Maguire. In fact, most times you have to push them aside to get to the good stuff, if there is any good stuff. But that's not to say that every home fitness VHS is worthless. There are some that are, how you say, extraordinary and simply bizarre and different and therefore not commonly found. And we're going to take a look at the stranger and more unconventional side of home fitness VHS when we come back. Don't take your leg warmers off just yet. Captain Adam's VHS pirate ship Exorcising exercise videos. We'll be right back.
It's Cowboy Pork Chops, Choking Puke Family Restaurant. You got a hankering for a hungering or a hungering for a hankering? Well, come on down and rustle you up some grub. Never mind the lawsuits. Sit on down and try our world-famous fried fart basket. Only $5. Or get yourself an armpit and cheese submarine sandwich. Only $5. Or maybe you were out wrestling cattle all day and want a real man's meal. If you're so hungry that your stomach thinks your throat's been cut, well, try our homemade boogaloo platter. Comes with 2 sides and what we think's a biscuit. Only $5. Or maybe you just want a little something. Well, stop that snack attack and try our new dollar menu and choose some cheap eats like our cat turd tacos or a Dixie cup full of cud. And for a limited time only, get 10 hot dogs for $1. If you can't trust 10 hot dogs for $1, what can you trust? Yeehaw! So if you got a hankering for a hungering, come on down to Cowboy Pork Chops Choking Puke Family Restaurant. We're easy to find, right on the corner of Route 25 and Get a Whiff Boulevard, right beside Bill's Dirty Mattress Outlet. Yeehaw!
That's Cowboy Pork Chops Choking Puke Family Restaurant.
Yeehaw!
Cowboy Pork Chop not responsible for death or illness. Hey there, folks, it's me, Little Vino. And did you fuck your car up again? Maybe it's overheating because you never flushed your radiator. Did you even know you're supposed to do that? Or maybe your transmission's fucked up because you didn't know your car was a stick shift and you drove with it in first gear for 10 goddamn miles. Or maybe you need some body work done because you fucked up your rear end backing out of a parking spot by smashing into some other car because you couldn't see because of all the goddamn stickers on your rear window. Bunch of stickers that say Save the Whales and all these avant-garde speed metal bands that nobody's heard of. Well, it's too bad you don't put as much effort into driving as you do letting the world know how unique and different you are. Well, whatever your stupid ass problem is, your car's fucked up and I'm sure it's your fault. But I ain't here to judge. I'm just here to fix your car and serve you a nice cheesesteak while you wait. So come on down to Little Vino's Automotive Repair and Cheesesteak Emporium. We do all kinds of automotive repair and got lots of cheesesteaks. There's no job too small and no moron too stupid. We got the best cheesesteaks in the country in several locations to serve you better. So come on down, let me fix your fucked up car and eat a nice cheesesteak. Just because you're a fucking moron doesn't mean your taste buds are. Little Vino's Automotive Repair and Cheesesteak Emporium. Attention, attention, stop what you're doing right now. If you've done anything in life, you might have been exposed to metagonic and you may be entitled to compensation. That's right, you, yes you may have been exposed to metagonic. If you have to ask what it is, you've probably been exposed to it. You're sick as shit, and you may be entitled to compensation. If you've done anything in life, you may have been exposed to metagonic. You, yes you watching this, you may have been exposed to metagonic and you may be entitled to compensation. Call the law offices of Dillon and Triceratops today. You may have been exposed to metagonic and you may be entitled to compensation. Call the law offices of Dillon and Triceratops today. That's 1-800-TRICERATOPS. That's 1-800-TRICERATOPS. You may have been exposed to metagonic and Dillon and Triceratops is here to help. Call today. It's Fat Boy Surplus! Fat Boy Surplus! Husky Boys Irregular Clothing Outfitters! Fat Boy Surplus! Fat Boy Surplus! Specializing in closeouts, irregulars, factory buyouts, and unclaimed freight, which means bargains for you! Shop Fat Boy Surplus! Fat Boy Surplus! And get mega deals! Mega deals! And get all the things that nobody else wanted! We're the region's largest distributor of Fat Boy sizes! Fat Boy sizes! Like Huskies, Cadets, and So Fat! All irregular, all factory buyouts that your kid will absolutely not like wearing! They'll hate them! But you'll love them! So come on down and get mega deals! Mega deals! deal. On irregular, itchy, scratchy, overly starched, and horribly made jeans, only $4.99. Mega deal. Get 3-sleeved skateboard dude or radical alien t-shirts in an assortment of colors, only $3.99. Mega deal. And for a limited time only, get a 5-pack of fat socks, 2 for $5 or 5 for $2. Your choice. Mega deal. So shop Fat Boy Surplus. Fat Boy Surplus. Husky Boys Irregular Clothing Outfitters. And shop our new locations in Hamilton and Sharon Petersburg. It's Fat Boy Surplus. Fat Boy Surplus. Husky Boys Irregular Clothing Outfitters. Springtime. The world's awakening from winter's slumber. The time for rebirth and renewal and the blossoming of a new day, a new season, and destruction!
It's the PWF Spring in the Ring! Only on pay-per-view, Sunday, May 20th. Call your local cable provider today and don't miss any of the action as Big Dump Ferguson takes on Mystery Meat for the PWF World Championship title. Tinkerbell takes on Dr. Ketchup in the grudge match of the century. And the PWF World Championship Tag Team titles are up for grabs as the Clowntown City Council takes on Skidmark Calhoun and Pitstay. And the action continues as Briar Truck takes on Mr. Sister in a Midnight Mass Madness match. I don't even know what that is. The Glove takes on Booger Lee Winston in a charming Herb Garden match. Your guess is as good as mine. Barbecue Loaf teams up with Conan Pepperslaw to take on Dirty Sanchez Robusto and Uncle Mustache. It's the PWF Spring in the Ring, only on pay-per-view Sunday, May 20th. Call your local cable provider today and don't miss the blossoming of destruction.
Time to get your leotard out of your ass crack. We now return to Captain Adam's VHS pirate ship, Exorcising exercise videos. Greetings, mates. Welcome back to the show. I hope you're enjoying it so far. Little Creep went out for a jog. Well, more like a float since he levitates everywhere. And I'm not really sure where he went since we're in the middle of the ocean, but he sure is taking this whole getting in shape thing very seriously. So much so that I decided to get into the spirit of things and I found my own personal workout video. So I'm going to take a look here while you get back to the show.
Okay, welcome everyone. Are you ready to get in shape? Okay, let's go. And 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. Come on, let's go. 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. Don't stop now. 1, and 2, and 3.
Getting in shape sure is hard work. Yarr. So, where were we? Ah yes, Jane Fonda and Richard Simmons are celebrities that are synonymous with the home fitness video. But there were a number of celebrities that weren't exactly synonymous with home fitness videos, but decided to get involved anyway. Some of them weren't that surprising, like Mark Wahlberg, or as he went by back then, Marky Mark. Marky Mark. As we all know, Marky Mark came into the public spotlight with the release of his hit single Good Vibrations in 1991, and decided to immediately ride out his newfound popularity, 2 years later, with the release of his own home fitness video, The Marky Mark Workout, which was released in 1993 by Good Times Home Video. What's funny is comparing his career then to his career now. He's become a very successful and well-renowned actor who's been in like 1,000 movies. Unfortunately, some of those movies are the new Transformers movies. But come on, we really can't hold that against him. After all, those movies made him a shit ton of money, and if Michael Bay were to come to me and say, "Hey bruh, I'll give you like $5 million if you're in Transformers Shadow of Uranus," I would say yes, because I'm not a complete idiot. It's all about the money, boys! So anyways, you could say that Mark Wahlberg owes his illustrious career to such humble beginnings as the Marky Mark Workout VHS. Well, I guess it's not really humble, because this thing was a pretty big seller at the time, but you know what I mean. It was a big seller back then, but is it a big seller now? What is the collector's Marky market for this? Well, it seems that it's a bit above average compared to the other workout VHS we've talked about today, with an average going price of $18, which seems a little pricey to me, but I wouldn't buy it anyway, so you could sell it for $1,000 and I wouldn't give a shit. Give a shit. So let's go from a celebrity that had a workout VHS that's not that surprising to a celebrity that had a workout
workout VHS that's not at all surprising. And that, of course, is Arnold Schwarzenegger, who has long been a tremendous movie star and quite literally a big name in movies. You get it? Big name? Oh, come on, Schwarzenegger has like 12 letters in it. It's literally a big name. Oh, never mind. But before his big screen esteem, Arnold Schwarzenegger was quite literally and figuratively a big name in bodybuilding. He won the Mr. Olympia and Mr. Universe titles like 1,000 times and was featured in the 1977 bodybuilding documentary Pumping Iron. And soon, these major achievements from the bodybuilding world would translate to the big screen. And he would become an actor known for his impressive physique. It would be that physique that would land him iconic roles in films like 1982's Conan the Barbarian, 1984's Conan the Destroyer, and 1984's The Terminator. Arnold Schwarzenegger is a name that goes hand in hand with bodybuilding and fitness, so it's only natural that in between those iconic films, Arnie decided to have his own workout video. And in 1982, we would get Shape Up with Arnold Schwarzenegger. It was first released by Video Associates, whoever they are, I don't know. It was then re-released in 1989 by United American Video, which really, and this might be sort of interesting, could be the only re-release of a home workout tape. Now, I don't really know that for sure, and I'm not going to look it up, so forget it. Shape Up with Arnold Schwarzenegger would not be the only workout video that he would have. There was The Fitness Express, which was released in 1992 by the USA Network. All of these distributions are a bit more sought after than any of the other workout tapes we've talked about today, and that is basically because of Arnold Schwarzenegger. He really is his own market, and anything this guy does is gold to certain collectors. And these tapes, compared to your 5 or 6 copies of Terminator 2, are a bit more interesting than your normal Schwarzenegger fare. All of these distributions aren't terribly hard to find today, but they can get kind of pricey. The 1989 distribution of Shape Up with Arnold Schwarzenegger goes for an average of around $15. The 1982 distribution, which is a bit trickier to find, goes for an average of $50. The average going price for 1992's The Fitness Express yo-yos all over the place. It's $3, it's $30. Nobody knows how to price this thing. So Schwarzenegger and Marky Mark were celebrities that, to no one's surprise, had workout videos. And then there were celebrities that had workout videos that we weren't really surprised by, but also we didn't really give a flying fuck. Like Paula Abdul, and actually she had 2 workout videos, which gave us 2 chances not to care. There was 1989's Cardio Dance and 1995's Get Up and Dance. I'm sensing a theme here. Cardio Dance was released by Anchor Bay Home Video, and Get Up and Dance was released by Live Home Entertainment. And I'm sure we all feel better knowing that. I feel better already! Okay, so maybe Paula Abdul having a workout video or 2 isn't all that surprising, but how about Cher? Did you see that one coming? Well, she did, and she also had 2 workout videos. There was A New Attitude from 1991 and Body Confidence from 1992. These were both released by CBS Fox Home Video and were co-sponsored by Equal, the fake sugar company. Well, I'm sure all that's very interesting, but wouldn't you sleep better at night knowing that Latoya Jackson had a workout video? I know I would. Well, we're all in luck because in 1993, we got Latoya Jackson's Step Up Workout. It was released by the Inspired Corporation. You know, I'm beginning to think that they just made up distributors for some of these things. And I know I couldn't care less about this. It would be a miracle of science if I did. But one little interesting factoid about this tape is that it is universally panned as being the worst workout tape ever. Which makes it sort of interesting and also sort of makes today's going price a little steep. $30? I don't think you're going to get that, pal. That price is a little outrageous, but thankfully the Paula Abdul and Cher workout tapes go for around $8. Boy, that's a relief. So the home workout video eventually became a flourishing, pulsating, and undulating creature, and a very popular product in a brave new genre of home media. But for a product to survive, the marketing has to thrive and adapt and evolve to fit different demographics. And though these things were mainly geared towards adults, not even teenagers were safe from the sweaty eyes of home fitness video marketing. And in 1988, we got Alyssa Milano's Teen Steam. 13, in which there was no mistake in what demographic this thing was aimed at. This had its crosshairs precisely placed upon the Tiger Beat reading, pink Converse wearing teenage girl. And though it is sort of forgotten about now, and I'm sure Alyssa Milano wishes it didn't exist, this was pretty successful at the time of its release. And apparently the marketing worked just fine because, I mean, come on, who doesn't want to be like Alyssa Milano, right? Am I right? Right? No? Wasn't that the point of this thing? No? What was the point of this thing? Oh, we don't know. Oh, okay. This was released and distributed by J2 Communications. Okay, you're just making this stuff up. Who the hell is that? It doesn't matter. Let's move on. This thing had its moment in the sun and enjoyed a successful spotlight for a short time. But eventually it got buried beneath all the other tens of thousands of home fitness VHS. Nowadays, this thing isn't very easy to find. I mean, if you wanted it. There aren't too many listings for it, and the average going price is $40, which is twice as much as it went for when it first came out, with an average retail price of $19.95 for a tape that you'll only watch once and forget you have. Which, I mean, come on, that had to be the fate of most of these things. And to me, it's interesting and sad to think that things that took so much time, effort, and money to produce, manufacture, and distribute would only be discarded and forgotten about, in most cases, less than a year later. But I digress. How about some celebrities that you would 100% totally and completely never, ever, ever expect to have a workout video? Like Angela Lansbury? Yep, the maven of the silver screen, star of Murder, She Wrote and countless films, including the massively underrated Disney film Bedknobs and Broomsticks, had a workout video with 1988's Angela Lansbury's Positive Moves. It was distributed by Woodnap Video. Oh, come on! And before you start thinking, and rightly so, that this has to be from another dimension, it was geared more towards seniors, or the well-aged, if you will. So that does make this a wee bit more understandable, but still a bizarre afterthought. And that does give way to the genius marketing behind home workout VHS and how no age demographic was safe, as there was a number of other home workout VHS that was aimed directly at the well-aged and include the monolithic personalities of home fitness such as Regis Philbin. Yeah, Regis had his own workout video, but not just any workout video, my personal workout video. I mean, not mine, his. It was Regis Philbin's My Personal Workout. There. It was released in 1993 under a co-distribution, we're getting different now, of Parade Video and Peter Pan Industries? Okay, so that's two distributors that we've never heard of and more than likely have never done anything else. I'm telling you, they just made these distributors up. And they're probably just dummy corporations that were fronts for the sale and distribution of underage sex workers and stolen children. Okay, so maybe that's a bit too far, or maybe not far enough.
Underage sex work and stolen children.
And to answer a question that I had posed earlier, yes, Estelle Getty did have a workout VHS. Yes, the star of Golden Girls and such cinematic masterpieces. Do it again, you pillock. Yes, the star of Golden Girls and such cinematic masterpieces such as Mannequin and Stop or My Mom Will Shoot had a workout video with Young at Heart, Body Conditioning with Estelle Getty, that was released in 1993 by Video Treasures. Okay, now we're talking. See, that's a real distributor. And I'm quite certain that no one who kidnaps children at Six Flags is on their payroll. So given that these are oddities in the sea of home workout video VHS, does that mean they're worth a lot of money today? No, surprisingly it doesn't. You can find any of these for around $8. But that matters not, and they're still bizarre and interesting, and I guarantee you will not find any of these on thrift store shelves. And certainly not amongst the throngs of Denise Austin home workout VHS. Come on, how many of those were there? The answer is a lot. And the odd celebrity workout VHS does not stop with these few titles that I've mentioned. Joan Collins had one, Debbie Reynolds had one, Joan London had one. And going back to how no age demographic was safe, well, that is massively true, because they covered the well-aged, the adults, the young adults, the teenagers, but also kids. And I'm talking about
about 1983's Mousercise, which was released by Buena Vista Home Video. Okay, that's a real home video distributor, but I still highly doubt that they weren't involved in child trafficking. But all that aside, this, of course, was Disney's attempt to get into the home workout video market. And this is pretty much your typical home workout VHS, except you can work out with Mickey Mouse. Man, imagine working out in that costume. I'm sure that thing stunk. And then there's Dance Workout with Barbie, which was released in 1992, and it's sort of surprising they didn't have one before that. Barbie has always been immensely popular, especially through the 1980s, which is also when the home workout video was kicking into high gear. So given that, you would think that a Barbie home workout video would have been released sooner than 1992. Now, contrary to the name of this tape, you don't work out with Barbie. I mean, she's a doll, and that would be weird. But instead, she serves as your hostess and introduces the video in this little stop-motion segment, which is mildly unsettling. This workout video features a young Jennifer Love Hewitt, as it was one of her first gigs. And that's fairly interesting, I think. Another fairly interesting part about this workout VHS is all the co-distributors it had. This was a Buena Vista Home Video distribution in association with Mattel Incorporated and Gee Whiz Kids Video. Okay, that's definitely a dummy corporation. And it was released with the approval of the Aerobic and Fitness Association of America, so it seemed like there was a lot of fuss over this. And speaking of a lot of fuss, check out all the safety disclaimers at the beginning. How dangerous is this workout? What are you getting your kids into? And if, for whatever reason, you want to buy this today, what are you getting yourself into? Is it really expensive? No. Once again, it goes for an average of $8. So Barbie Workout VHS, Mickey Mouse Workout VHS is proof positive that kids were in the marketing crosshairs of home workout VHS. And even the aforementioned Arnold Schwarzenegger's Fitness Express was geared towards kids. It's time we turn this mush into muscle. So kids were certainly not off limits when it came to home workout video marketing. But this marketing onslaught didn't stop with kids, as there were workout videos for babies. And it didn't stop there either. There were also workout videos for babies that were still in the womb. Okay, so in reality, these workout videos were for women that were preggers, but you get my point. Yep, the home workout VHS covered all the bases when it came to age demographics. From womb to tomb, there was a workout video for you. And that, of course, was one of the major points of these things. They wanted to make everyone feel like anyone could do it. Everyone was welcome, except in the case of Primetime Fitness with Bev Harris, which apparently did not allow rocking chairs to watch it. But all rocking chair discrimination aside, home workout VHS was an all-encompassing world of exercise opportunity. And there was a particular home workout VHS that was geared towards a very specific demographic, and that is the horror movie fan. And we got such a thing with Linnea Quigley's Horror Workout. It was released in 1990 by Cinema Home Video. Okay, you know, I don't really think these guys are caught up in human trafficking. It is precisely what it is, a B-movie home video distributor. And you really don't get much more so than this. As the namesake implies, it features the Scream Queen, Linnea Quigley, who starred in many magnificent movies, such as Silent Night, Deadly Night, Return of the Living Dead, Creepazoids, Beach Babes from Beyond, Murder Weapon, Young Warriors, Sorority Babes, and the Slimeball Bolorama, Night of the Demons. The list goes on and on. She was the perfect choice for this very unique home workout VHS, and there really hasn't been anything like it since. It is a perfect representation of a point in time wherein two VHS power genres of the 1980s, the home workout video and the slasher film, crossed over. The cosmic tumblers fell into place and gave us this priceless piece of poetic poignancy. Okay, maybe that's a little too much, but it is pretty neat though. And it's a workout video without really being a workout video. It only has a 20-minute workout routine, and keep in mind, the video is 60 minutes long. So that's not really much, is it? But people didn't watch this for the workout, trust me. I mean, they did in the sense of watching Linnea Quigley work out, if you catch my meaning. I doubt very seriously that anyone did the workout, but that's okay. This is pretty fun. It's more like a horror movie with a workout in it. And it's sort of a parody of home workout videos and Linnea Quigley's career. So let's get down to the nitty-gritty. Since this is a horror-based workout video, a rare gem amongst both genres, and was distributed by a B-level home video distributor, which in turn did not produce many of these, which means that not many of these tapes were manufactured, which also means that they're very rare today. Does that all translate into this tape being worth a shit ton of money? The answer is You betcha. That is, if you can even find a listing. It has been said that this tape has sold for $200. I just never thought that a home workout VHS would sell for such a high price. I mean, if you even want to call this a home workout video, I mean, it's kind of not, but I guess it kind of is. It's close enough. And speaking of close enough, that brings us to the end of our little journey today. And what a journey it was. It was more interesting than it really should have been. The world of the home workout VHS is laughable, and most of us have never used any of these things. But that world is also expansive, interesting, and bizarre. And like it or not, it is a crucial part of VHS history. And today's adventure is history as well. I want to thank you for watching, and be sure to hit subscribe. Share this shit, and take care out there. And I'll see you next time, only on Captain Adam's VHS Pirate Ship.